Kia ora, it's Tony from DD's Alternative Wellness here. Today I'm talking about abuse. So I've written a few poems about it, and so it can creep up on you before you know it. So it's a few things. So it might be a few words, then it might be a few negative words, then there'll be some put downs, and there'll be physical, and then you think, oh well, and you make excuses up, and then it goes on and on and on. Then you try and leave, and then you can't leave because they hunt you down, and you try to split up, and so it comes in all sorts of forms. And when they've reached their tether and you've told them to go away, they will use this use of hurting themselves. And that is the worst type of abuse. That's mental abuse. That's mentally fucking with your head abuse. Like, if you leave me, I'm going to hurt myself. So that is a real form of abuse. So when you find yourself sleeping all the time, or going off in the distance, or burying yourself in alcohol, work, just to get your mind off the abuse. Even if you've left that abusive situation, but you haven't told them firmly, just to stay away, in colourful words, and they keep coming back with oh woe me stories. Even if they've had other partners, they still come back and still do the abuse. You really need to nip it in the bud. And it wasn't until I seen my ACC forms that they sent out to me, and how many times I went to the doctors with different things like sprained ribs, hurt neck, couldn't walk 3 times, and still I didn't think I was getting abused. And so, and I'm pretty clever, and I took to my bus, and I travelled, and I got away as much as I could. I just buried myself into work, which worked out in the long run for me, because I've done a lot of work so far. But it's not until now, until someone showed me how much time I was getting hurt, that I realised I was getting abused. And even though that relationship had ended, he had another child, or so he thinks, that he rings me up and does it oh by me, and oh well, I'll come and help you. And then it was I feel suicidal, and then that abuse came in, and I wasn't even going with him, and so he still tried to abuse me, and so I had to use colourful words and another strong man to say fuck the fuck off, brother. and sometimes you need that person to do that for you. And so my advice to you is just heal yourself, because if you get back into a relationship straight after that, you probably end up going back with someone just like that. So just give yourself time to heal. Go out and find yourself again, find your strength, and say to yourself, I'm never going to go through that again. I'm going to be so alert. But I found out later that he was on P, and so it's no excuse really. So that's the hard thing when you're dealing with people, and they show two faces. So men can be abused too. Yes, they can. They think it's just a woman's thing, but men can be abused too, which is worse than women, because women can articulate themselves a bit like I am. But a man will never say, mate, I've been abused. She keeps yelling at me, and I can't stand it. And so a woman sometimes can do that to a man, or break his heart about 100 times, and so abuse happens to men and women. So all I have to say to you is heal, let yourself heal, play the field and find your centre. And when your heart is all mended and you know in yourself that you're never going to go back into a relationship like that again, and it was a lesson, and then move on. And then the next person that comes, you're wholly fixed, and then you're like, yes, I'm ready for a relationship. Yes, you are clean, and yes, you might articulate yourself out loud, but you're not abusive. And then you'll find that person. And I was married once, and that man never ever hit me or abused me. It was a triangle relationship. So, but yeah, and that my first husband was my best friend, and so a best friend does not hurt another best friend. So, do I still believe in marriage? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, and I'm going to go to a wedding. So anyway, this is Dee Dee's Alternative Wellness, talking about abuse, and it's when the penny drops for you, when you just walk away, and then sometimes they follow, and sometimes you have to really, you need a hand of someone else to put the stops on them, and sometimes that's the law. So anyway, this is Tanya from Dee Dee's Alternative Wellness. Sorry to bring you such a gloomy health tutorial, but abuse happens around, and that is, so the form of abuse is someone using their power to overpower you. That's abuse. Someone that has power that uses it over you, that's abuse. Anyway, ka kite, have a good day, and yeah, go have some fun.